Hello and welcome. My name is DW and this is my little slice of the internet I like to call Dub's Beauty Diary. Today I am doing a 3 looks, 1 palette with, I happen to have it with me in the car here. Fantasy Cosmetica Rogue. Okay, yes, this palette, this palette is my favorite color story wise, I think, but we'll get more into it when I show you my 3 looks. I did end up using all of the shades, and yeah, so if you want to see the looks, keep on watching.
All right, first look using the Rogue palette. I am jazzed about this. Okay, first we're going to start with the center shade. Let me just see what that is called here. It's called Stealth. It is like a light blue, minty, excuse me, situation. So I just put it in my crease here. It is the lightest shade in the palette, so I wanted to use that as like a transition or a transition shade, I guess. With a fluffy brush, I just, put that in the crease. Okay, we get it. Um, oh, this is going to be interesting. But next, we are using the army green color called Shadows, and we are going to put this on the, what are we doing? What are we doing? We are going to put this on the outer corner and through the crease. Now, this look, I wanted it to be like grungy green, like just a grungy green, perfect little fall thing, and it turned into teal. And that is why I'm not so impressed with this palette. Like, and why isn't this blending together? I mean, I really like this color story, so I don't know. I kept going back and forth, trying to blend. But it's just, and since that blue is the lightest shade, like what else are you supposed to do? I wanted to, with these 3 looks, 1 palette videos, I try to use strictly the shades in the palette. Besides the matte setting shade I use for my lid, that I just use that for all my looks, and it's just a random shade in a random palette. I'm sure you know what I mean. But yeah, so I wanted this green, this army grungy green, to be like a fall dream on my eyeball, and it turned into like this winter extravaganza. And I mean, it's a pretty look. It's just, I mean, well, it's not right now, but it turns out to a pretty look. It's just not what I wanted. And that's what's irritating. Like, when something doesn't turn out the way you want it, it's kind of disheartening. Like, I almost didn't use this palette for the next 2 times because I was so butthurt about it. I'm going to try and use this palette again, and I'm just going to use that shadow shade, um, without using the blue color, the stealth, the center shade. I think I'm gonna speed this up because this is taking far too long. So just, again, blending back and forth, trying to get that green to blend with that blue. Taking the dark blackish green shade called Assassin, putting that on the lower lash and the upper lash as like a liner. Liner situation. This shade I liked. It's nice. Just pretty basic though. Like, it could go with any of the shades. Going back into the shadows shade to blend it out to make it more green, and in turn turning it teal. So yay me. I don't know. Why is that shade even in there? Then I'm using, this one is Sneak Attack all over the lid. It is like a brown with a blue, um, brown with a blue flip or brown with a green flip. You know, I love these shades. And I do like this shade, but it looks teal. Why is it looking teal? Like, I want it to look green. I want it to be a fun, grungy green. I'm taking the Trickster shade, the lightest shade in the palette, or so I think at this moment, and putting it as the inner corner. It's a nice look. I liked it. Just again, not what I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. All right, here is the second look using the Rogue palette. First, we're going to go back into that stealth shade. Like I said, this is the lightest shade in the palette, so I mean, you got to use it as a transition shade if you want one from this palette specifically. Then what? Then I went into that subtle shade, the purple lavender, and put that through the crease and on the outer corner. Um, I like the way these two mixed. I really did. And I really like that lavender shade. It's probably my favorite matte in the palette. Probably. Then I'm going into the blue on the bottom, and that is called Cunning. Using it as the liner per DW fashion. Do a little wing here. Can you see it? Nope, because I got the mirror in front of my face. But just trust me on this. That's cute. It worked out. I'll let you see this one though, probably. Hopefully. There you go. There you go. It is very hard for me to do liner. Like, very hard. How do you guys do it every day? Especially with like a felt tip or whatever. Like with shadow, it's okay, but like, I don't know. Anyway, gonna put regular black kohl liner in the water lines, top and bottom. Tight line and water line. Now I'm trying to decide between two shimmer shades. We're gonna go with Deception all over the lid. It's that purple. It's more purple than anything, and it's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. It's really pretty. I actually really like this look. I like all the looks that came out of this palette. I just wasn't expecting that first one to be so teal. Still mad about it, but that's okay. Now we're going to take that first center shade, Sleight of Hand. It is a lot lighter than I initially thought. I thought it was going to be dark, but it's pretty translucent. So I'm putting that as my inner corner. And again, with that lipstick, why do I always gravitate towards that blue lipstick lately? It's just trying to finish it. The third and final look from this palette, I'm going into Subtle. I tried the Boyfriend blush trend on this look. What do you guys think of it? I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to go with a glam look or all done out face, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm using that Subtle shade as the liner, both the top and the bottom, because I want this to be like a pastel-y lavender dream. I'm gonna go into Trickster, the first shade, center of the lid. So this is gonna be like a halo eye, I think, if I can remember correctly. Then we're gonna go into Sleight of Hand. blend it into the original Trickster shade on both sides, inside and out. Then we're going to go into Stealth for the inner corner. I think I messed it up by doing this. I should have never done this. Did Stealth need to be in all the looks? No. Did I want it in all the looks? I just wanted to see what I could do with it. The look turned out nice, but I think it would have been better without that center, or that inner corner shade.
But that is my 3 looks, 1 palette using Fantasy Cosmetica Rogue. That being said, we will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.